Thanks for getting your day started with this old fella here at the Aired Out Podcast. 15 degrees below zero at my house this morning. That's partly the reason why I'm still wearing my coat this morning. Negative 15. Come on, JD. I know it gets colder than that. What are you complaining about, JD? You live in Vermont. Get used to it. You should be used to it by now. What are you, some kind of flatlander? Negative 15, JD. It's not that bad. I know that's what some of you are saying. Some of you are thinking. And I know others of you, like Stacey Holden, who have spent their whole lives up here in Vermont, are now basking in the sunshine, in the balmy temperatures of North Carolina, while we up here are suffering. This is one of those mornings, and Stacey, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because you remember, when you pull out of your driveway and it feels like you've got concrete in your tires. That was this morning for me. Right here in Barrie, I'm showing negative 11 right now. I'll give you the details here in the forecast in just a little bit. But first, good morning. Thank you for starting your day with me. Where the hell's my coffee? Somewhere. I hope wherever yours is, it's still hot. Thanks for checking out our website, airedoutvt.com. It's all right there. The Facebook, the YouTube, what we're about, what we do. Our digital platform here at the Aired Out Podcast that fills quite the void between traditional mainstream TV and print and radio outlets. We love to promote civic engagement. Where am I going with this? This morning, I received a phone call that is really, really significant for me. I probably shouldn't talk about it too much because I don't want to tease it any more than I could or should. But there's an episode that's coming up that I can't wait. I just can't wait for it. And yes, of course, it's Thursday with G. Of course it is. And Rex, and of course, tomorrow is going to be a huge, huge show. And I can't wait to have this lady on tomorrow with Sweethearts and Heroes. It is going to be an episode that is going to stick to your bones. I promise you. Dr. Katie Ralston, the superintendent of Silver Creek Central School District, will be with me tomorrow morning. And she's going to say things that you will remember throughout the day. Things that will hopefully reverberate in your soul, not just throughout the day, but for the rest of the week and maybe beyond. As is the case often with my guests from Sweethearts and Heroes on Wednesdays. It's going to be amazing. Hey, happy birthday today to my good pal who is really, really starting to cut his teeth in podcasting. Logan Luce, 23 today, I think. I'm pretty sure. It's either 23 or 24. It's 23, I believe. The host, the brainchild of the Athletics podcast on Saturday mornings at 10:30. He's a good dude. He's a great dude. And he's doing some great things with his new podcast, Saturday mornings, right here where you are now. Logan Luce. Brittany White, who I've known forever, on the birthday list today. Don't want to know how old she is. Giselle Chouinard. Liz Reed McQuillan, on the air. We're doing it right now. Liz, happy birthday to you. We have Mia Montoya. We have, and I don't know if Mia is listening this morning, but I could do a whole episode just about that woman alone. What an angel she is. Angels that walk among us, that's one right there. Mia Montoya. And if you're listening, Mia, I'll never be able to thank you. And you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Who else do we have? Justin Peliquin. There's a guy that I haven't spoken with in a long time. Great guy. Damn. Well, this is like getting my heart going this morning. Tom Laird, happy birthday. Mike Lannon is on the list today. Travis Fadden, Jane Thompson, Randy Tuller. These are all birthdays today on December 9th. Jim McSparron. Michaela Lamberti. Look at this. And if she were with us today, it would be Kay Santamore's birthday. It is Kay Santamore's birthday. And not only do her friends still miss her, but her community does. Still. Before I even get started this morning, I want to say this. If you are looking, and I'm going to be heading over there like either today or tomorrow. If you're looking for a gift for someone this year that wears glasses, prescription or otherwise, maybe needs a new pair of shades for driving, cross-country skiing, downhill skiing. Here is your opportunity to get over to Optical Expressions. And this is what everyone's going to get there. Not only great service and great quality, but a gift certificate that they're offering only until the 22nd of this month. That's it. $50 gift certificates for $40. $100 gift certificates for $75. Frames, contact lenses, even eye exams. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and 24/7 at oeberlin.com. Staff is outstanding. They're going to help you out. Quality eye care that literally you can see. It's the only place I go. Glasses I'm wearing right now were from Optical Expressions. Made by Will. He did such a great job. And this is one of two specs that I've got from Optical Expressions. Still need to use my gift certificate from last year to get those shades that I really want. You know, the ones that I won't lose, the ones that I won't sit on, the ones that will never fall and get scratched. Those sunglasses. I'm just checking the roads this morning, and they're pretty clear. However, there are some slick spots in areas where things have melted and then stiffened up a little bit. I don't want to say the F word, freeze, but just be careful. Even though the sun is shining, even though things may, soften up in some areas, you could come upon a patch of black ice easily. That's Hartford. That's Brookfield right now. Literally right now. There's Hartford again. Brookfield again. And it looks like there's Bethel. So as you can see that shining stuff right up there? Top left of your screen? Just be careful on that stuff. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to sound like your mother, but just be careful. Be careful driving. South Burlington. There's Waterbury, Route 100. Just go easy this morning. Use some, common sense. Remember that? Yesterday, just a big thanks and a shout out to Josh Miller, the head of Vermont Fatherhood. What a great freaking guy he was. Yesterday is. I really look forward to having more conversations with him. Yesterday when he left, I was like, damn, I got more questions. I got more ideas. I got more comments. Fatherhood. That's a word that not many of us hear too much anymore. Fatherhood. What's the difference between being a father and a dad? I have a lot to say about that. A lot. And I will, in time. Josh is going to be a regular guest the first Monday of, the second Monday of every month. Second Monday of every month. And here's why. Because in a millisecond of meeting this guy, when I met him months ago, I knew right away that this is the kind of dude that I want to be connected with. This is the kind of guy that I want to be part of his mission to promote good fatherhood, what it means to be a good father, which is very much a biological term. But what it means to be, even more so, a great dad. And this guy's really, he's on it. VermontFatherhood.org is a website that you really should check out. He's right here on North Main Street. And I was getting wind of Josh Miller before he opened up. The good folks, my buddy Phil over at the WellSpace building was telling me about him, that this is a massive movement right here in Barrie to bring fathers together, to be better, to do more for our kids, to do right by them, to make better decisions, and to evoke thought and conversation about fatherhood and the role that fathers play. And that very thing happened last night at my house. Sherilyn said, well, I watched your podcast today with Josh Miller. And we got into a conversation, and it was a really good one. It was a healthy one. I love that. I love stuff like that. So much more to be said in that department. And we're going to do it again, second Monday of every month. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Good morning to everybody. Gosh, yeah. Cabot. What do we have in Cabot? Minus 13. And we've now warmed up in Cabot, according to Shirley, up to 0. That's a whole 13-degree warm-up. Up to 0. Negative 15 at my house this morning. Has anyone else other than me heard over the last couple of days, wow, it's been such a cold winter already so far? It's not even the middle of December yet, and we've already had, this Arctic blast, polar vortex, whatever the hell. It's cold. Usually, and I'm no meteorologist, but is it just me, or does this seem like just a little bit exceptionally early? I don't know. What say you? It seems like these are like January, February temps? Or am I off base? I don't know. It's cold. I'm going to give a shout out this morning to a great lady who is doing so much with her team over at the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. Jeanette Kingsbury. I don't know how many of you know Jeanette Kingsbury. I'm assuming many of you do. Daughter of George Malik. Go-getter. Huge go-getter. And the head of the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce. They have been so active in sharing what's happening in and around Central Vermont and putting the spotlight on new members and others who have really gotten involved in their community lately. We are just a couple of weeks from 2026. A couple of weeks left in 2025. And the Vermont Chamber advocacy team is so busy right now, getting ready for the upcoming legislative session in 2026. On Thursday, that would be the day after tomorrow, December 11th, at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to tell you what's happening. The State Chamber is going to be coming to the Central Vermont Chamber of Commerce office at 9 o'clock. They'll be there for about an hour and a half, probably longer. But this is an opportunity for you to hear directly from the legislative priorities that are going to be impacting you and your business, small or large, in 2026 and beyond. This is an opportunity for you to not only hear what's going on, but also to share your voice on issues that matter most to you. Everybody's welcome. Whether you're a member of the Chamber of Commerce or not, we encourage you to take part in this conversation, which is going to be important and discuss the future of small business in Vermont. And I know that everybody and their brother has got an opinion about that. And so do I. So big stuff happening. Also want to give out a shout this morning to the Family Center of Washington County. They continue to do such incredible work. And I'm thinking of them because they're a member of the Chamber of Commerce. And the programs, one of the almost 296 members right now. And the Family Center of Washington County is making a real difference in our community. I don't know if you have seen their Facebook page of who they're collaborating with and the good things that they're doing, making a real difference for not just children, but families. They're bringing dads together. They got dad play groups that they do. It's just awesome, everything they do. So if you get a chance, check them out. I'm going to see if we can connect with my buddy here, Tom. See if we can get him on. Tom Murphy from Sweethearts and Heroes. See if he answers this morning. Usually when he sees me calling, he doesn't answer. I'm going to see if we can get him on, though, this morning. Is he there?
Hey, JD, I'm on the other line. Can I call you right back?
Of course you can, buddy.
Okay, I'm going to call you back, and you better be ready for me, baby, because I'm going to eat you alive.
I'm always ready for you. All right, bye.
All right.
There he is, Tom Murphy. Listen. Many great things have happened to me over the last year, and I reflect on them often. One of the greatest things on I was going to say a professional level, but it's also on a personal level, is Sweethearts and Heroes and my collaboration with them to bring their mission of the great things that they're doing and have done and will do tomorrow onto my airwaves. I don't know how much Wednesday programming you have caught, but it is, in my opinion, always inspiring and always so enjoyable to have Sweethearts and Heroes on the air. It's just great. And Tom Murphy, the CEO, I want to just pause here for a second and tell you about Wednesday. Tomorrow, over at the WellSpace building, right here in Barrie at 23 Summer Street, something that started a few years ago. It is not every Wednesday, but it is tomorrow. And I've got the dates here. Going through, there's only going to be one in December. 3 in January, 3 in February, 3 in March, but only one in December because it's such a busy month. I'm talking about Wellness Wednesday over at the WellSpace building. This is a community effort in conjunction with not only all of the practitioners in that building, but through Washington County Mental Health. They open up their doors over there to everyone and anyone who wants to come in on a Wednesday, beginning at 4:30, for a little bit of free peace. Time to unplug. From 4:30 until 7 o'clock, you can try all of the services for free, from acupuncture, meditation, yoga. They've got hot tea, chair and table massages, Reiki, myofascial body release, and the list goes on. If you would like to reserve your time for one of the chair or table massages or maybe the sound healing, just call Robin, 479-4055. You should call her right now and say, this is the time I want to be there, from 4:30 until 7 o'clock. Again, leave your wallet at home. It's free. 479-4055. Washington County Mental Health. Serve in our Central Vermont community for over 60 years now. We're talking about nearly 10,000 Vermonters every year that benefit in some way, directly or indirectly, from Washington County Mental Health. They do amazing work. Make sure you find them on Facebook. Give them a like. Give them a share. WCMHS. Let's see, getting a note here. Please go to Facebook to donate to Jen Anderson, the GoFundMe to help her fight cancer. Needs to go to Boston. Thanks, Tammy, for letting us know that. Wow. That is one fight that I hope I'm never fighting. And one fight that I know so many people who are so brave and are fighting have fought that fight. And I was thinking about Roseanne Sayers just a couple of days ago. It was her birthday. And the vicious fight that she put up against cancer, actively. I mean, everything that she embodied, constantly fundraising and doing events, walks, penguin plunge. I think she did. Well, that was for Special Olympics, but there was something else that she did in Burlington that was huge. I think it was the big cancer walk that they do every year. But Roseanne Sayers was, what a fighter, what a lady. I loved having her on the air here. And she was always so positive, full of life, joking around, goofing around. Came in here dressed as what? Grinch one time. And got on the air with me. It was amazing. Our community calendar is, it is so full right now with stuff going on. And I'm posting as much as I can and as frequently as I can. But the community calendar is front and center because of the World newspaper, our favorite weekly newspaper, reaching well over 22,000 readers every single week. vt-world.com for the digital version. But I get on there and I have so much fun thumbing through the World. One of the items that's always in there is the Tuesday night dinner at the Barrie American Legion. It is tonight, yes, Tuesday. $12. You can dine in. The heat's on. Or you can take out. It's served up at 5:30. Please order ahead if you can, 479-9058. And keep an eye on the Barrie Post 10 Facebook page and the World newspaper for the menu, which I got the World right here in front of me, and it says, tonight, chicken Alfredo. Last Tuesday, it was beef stroganoff. And I think the weekend before then, it was shepherd's pie. I know it's so sad that I would have these memorized, but these are the comfort foods that we love so much this time of year. Chicken Alfredo. God. When's the lasagna coming up? They had that not too long ago. Can't get enough of it. Again, 479-9058 for the Tuesday night meal at the American Legion. I'm always talking about the Legion. I love them over there. Great people. Also, that's today. Tomorrow, Wing Wednesday at the VFW, Post 790 in Barrie. Starts at 5. You go in there. You throw them a couple of bucks. I think it's, what, $1 a wing? And they're big. You sit down, relax, and you put your order in. They've got honey barbecue. They've got spicy stuff. They got dry rubs. They got wet rubs. They got, what's the one that Ron Tallman does over there? The garlic parmesan. Has anyone smelled Ron Tallman's breath after he's had a couple of those? Go in there, enjoy some wings. Wednesdays at the VFW, post 790, 5 o'clock. Go in there. Do it. Just walk in. You don't need a reservation or anything. They'll give you the menu. It's simple. Tell them how many you want, and then sit down. They will take care of the rest for you. All right? Wing Wednesday. Let's see. Am I getting a cold? I don't know. What else do we have? Thursday this week, bingo at the Canadian Club at 7 o'clock. Friday this coming, the Nutcracker is going to be at the Chandler in Randolph. Get the family out. Get your tickets now. Chandler in Randolph. Don't wait. Don't wait. That's Friday. Saturday, this weekend, the U.S. Veterans Motorcycle Club Vermont Toy Drive will be where? Of course at Wilkins. Where else would it be? It's going to be fantastic. You can all get together and get some toys together for kids locally and talk about how much you miss riding your motorcycle and where you plan to go next spring. Also on Saturday, the Holly Jolly Holidays at the Berlin Elementary School. That's huge. Next weekend on Saturday the 20th, we have the Falling into the Holidays craft event going on over at the Barry Elks Lodge. The VFW has their big breakfast that they do every, third Saturday of the month, I think. But we'll be promoting the crap out of that all over the page. Starts at 7 in the morning. Cook to order, $10. It's incredible. And then in February, you're looking all the way ahead to February, Night to Shine. You talk a lot about that on the air. Freezing Fun for Families. Going to be talking a lot about that. Got the 43rd Annual Central Vermont Gun Show in February. Going to talk a lot about that, too. There's a lot of stuff happening. Again, I started out this morning telling you that I received a phone call about an upcoming episode that was questionable, whether or not it was going to happen. And I have just learned, literally minutes ago, that it is going to happen. And I don't want to say too much more about it, other than I'll be well prepared. Here's your Tuesday morning forecast. And then I'm going to close with some, I don't know if Tom's going to give us a ring back or not. But I want to close with something this morning. We're looking at plenty of sunshine today. Maybe some clouds rolling in for the afternoon. Highs around 20. Okay, so we got a ways to go. It is going to be going upward. Tonight, it is going to be another cold one. Snow showers, cloudy, and 14 for the low. Thank you, Glenn. Wednesday, tomorrow, cloudy and snow, 33 for the high. How much snow? Couple of inches. I don't want to say 3. I don't want to say 4. I don't want to say 1. But a couple of inches of snow. All right. And there's going to be, some snow bands coming through that are going to put down more than that. Just drive carefully. Thursday. Looks like a mix of sun and clouds. More clouds in the afternoon than sun. Highs around 28. Okay? Okay. Had some electrical issues at my house last week. Whew, boy, was that fun. You never know when you're going to have electrical issues. But when the lights in your house are doing their own light show and you have no control over that light show, like strobe lights, things are short now. There's a big problem somewhere. And I'll save the rest of the story for G on Thursday because, quite honestly, you probably won't believe it. But I'm going to tell you anyways. Oh, I hope things warm up soon for the electrician to come back. I pray that they'll come back and get on the outside of the house. I would not want to do that today. Try Tom one more time here. He is literally one of the busiest guys on the entire planet that I know. Tom Murphy from Sweethearts and Heroes. Rick, by the way, Rick Yarish is going to be down at Cody Chevrolet on Monday, the 15th. And Tom's going to tell you a little bit about that. But yeah, when you are finished, he's going to call us here. Not only with his book, A Bridge Named Amos, but he's going to be signing them and meeting with folks again. Monday the 15th at Cody Chevrolet, Rick Yarish. Don't miss it. Go see him, say hello to him, thank him for his service, not only to our country, but also to our communities, what he brings to schools, what he brings through his message, his heart, his love to, again, not just schools, but businesses and thousands of ears. Rick Yarish. It's going to be amazing. Cody Chevrolet. Tom, you going to be there?
Oh, shoot. Am I on live?
Yeah, you're live right now, bud.
Oh, man. What an honor it is to talk to the great JD.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. Now, you wanted me to say something about how you give to charity and how you rub your wife's back every night and how you...
I told you about that?
How much did you want me to say? You want me to make you look really good, you said?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, I can keep going, like the poor kid with the crutch, and it's Christmas time, and, he doesn't have enough to eat. What was all that stuff you wanted me to say? Oh, the time you gave up your future for the town, and all of a sudden this guy Clarence showed up, and he made you see that all the sacrifice you made for other. Oh, wait, That's a Wonderful Life. Hold on. Yeah,
that's a whole different. It's a whole
I'm
different
kidding,
one,
buddy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, I won't. Thanks, JD, for letting me jump on here this morning. I was on the phone with one of our guys, and we were just tearing it up about some of the work that Pat Fish is doing out there in the world today, and He had a transition today, which is pretty rare. People usually fight to get Pat into schools, and
yeah,
he had a little transition today, and I covet those because then I get a chance to, break it down with him. And, we're like a couple of teenagers that haven't seen each other for a long time. And, we're just back and forth like, oh, I got to tell you about this. I got to tell you about that. And you won't believe what this kid did or that kid did. And so sorry, I really wanted to jump on with you a few minutes earlier.
Yeah, no worries. Rick has been making his way to a couple of different Chevy dealerships, doing kind of a meet and greet and bringing his book there and giving his book away, and in many cases reading his book, A Bridge Named Amos, which he did recently right here on Aired Out. What a great guy, man. And the fact that he is making one of his stops right here to Cody Chevrolet on Monday the 15th. I think it's like 3 p.m. I'll be there. Can't wait, man.
Yeah, let's back up for a second. Remember when he was on your show reading that book, and he got off and he called me on his way out of there, and he's like, can you believe JD made me turn the pages by myself?
Yeah. Bastard.
Hey, how come you're so fun to pick on, man? I just love it. Everybody needs a JD in their life.
Listen, man. But yeah, go ahead.
No, but seriously, I should be there as well. At the Cody Chevrolet. Is that next
Monday?
Monday evening?
3:00 Monday afternoon.
Yeah, 3:00 now. Are you gonna come watch one or two of these elementary presentations next week?
Wait a second. Are you officially inviting me to one?
Oh, dude!
Oh, don't dude me.
I sent you.
No, don't.
I sent you a certified letter on this.
No, you did not.
Of the season.
No, you did not. If it wasn't for I think it was Pat Fish that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pat has invited me. Loudon has invited me. Brian has invited me. Josiah has invited me. Rick has invited me and said to completely bypass you. But are you officially inviting me to come to one of these schools?
You're breaking up on me. What?
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, of
hey,
course.
Listen. You have a bed at my house if you need one. So I don't have an extra bedroom, but you have a bed at my house if you want, which means you'll have to snuggle up between my wife and myself.
Well,
that's a little weird. But anyway, Moortown Elementary School, Waitsfield Elementary School, what is it? Fayston Elementary?
Yeah.
And Warren Elementary. So you should get there. You're going to see one of the greatest shows on earth. And let me tell you a little quick story. And if you get a chance, flip over on another tab on your computer to Sweethearts and Heroes Facebook page. And if anyone's listening and they can pull it up, I want to tell you a quick little story. So as I turned on my Facebook to watch you, which I don't know why I would do something like that.
I don't either.
The first thing that comes up on my feed is the Sweethearts and Heroes Facebook page. And there's a wonderful picture of the great Rick Yarish, who is actually in Texas today attending a funeral of a friend that he served with that he just lost, which is really sad. And it was self-inflicted, which is very difficult to talk about. But if you look at that page, you'll see a great picture. And I have been very fortunate in my lifetime to witness thousands of these. And, when you see Rick for the first time, especially as a kid, the first thing you think is monster, because he's what a monster looks like to a little kid. He says this all the time. If you described him to a student or a child, no ears, no nose, half a head of hair, gnarly hands, a kid would just picture a monster, and that's what they would draw. And but I've seen this image thousands of times in the last 15 years. And I remember the first time, JD, that someone asked us to do an elementary presentation, probably 8 years ago. 9 years ago. And we had tried, and so many schools had said, well, I think the kids might be scared of him. So we just like abort, like don't even try it, because we didn't want to be responsible for trauma. But one school was just adamant, and they said, no, you're doing the little kids, so come up with a presentation. We're like, oh, okay. So I am a huge Mr. Incredible fan. And for a lot of reasons. If you ever want to know someday, I'll tell you. I got 3 great reasons that Mr. Incredible is my guy. But so my shtick was, I was going to go out there in front of the student body, kindergarten through 2nd grade, and we have a separate 3rd through 5th grade presentation. But I was going to go out there and I was going to stutter around, and I was going to say, it's nice to be here, and turn my back and then rip my shirt open. And I would have my Mr. Incredible shirt on underneath my formal pink shirt that you can see Rick in that photo. I'm going to take a quick breath here. Are you still with me, JD?
Yeah, I am. I've
okay,
got. Okay. Is it the photo of him bending down and looking at a little girl with a purple shirt on?
Yeah. And she's like doing a dance move or something.
Yes.
But so that was going to be my shtick. I was going to put Rick off to the side, and I was going to rip my shirt open and become this goofy, animated Mr. Incredible. And at least I would get their attention, right? There's nothing like starving for the attention of a 1st grader, right? I think I still do that with my own wife, because she says I act like I think she's upgraded me to about 3rd grade now. But anyway, so I'm going to rip this shirt off, and then I'm going to just explode into fun and teach them about bullying. And I think Loudon, and we won't go over this now, but I think Loudon went over with you the 4 things that make something bullying.
Yeah.
Because most people confuse bullying behavior with bullying.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that could turn into bullying that are bullying behavior. But you have done those same things to your wife. You've done those same things to your daughter, to your friends, but we wouldn't call you a bully.
Yeah.
No, we would say JD's having a bad day,
sure,
and he was mean to someone.
Right.
And those are good things to talk about with young people. So I was going to come out, rip my shirt off, and explode into this crazy, goofy Mr. Incredible, and at least make it sticky for little kids, so they could go home and say, Mommy, Mr. Incredible taught us about bullying and these 4 things, and we win. Now everybody in the room is on the same page. We share a perspective on this thing called bullying, and now maybe we can do something about it. So that's like the beginning of the K2 presentation. And then you only got about 30 minutes with these kids before you really lose their attention. And especially in today's world, where kids have nothing but fractured attention that we did to them. And then I got to keep their attention after 15 minutes or so. So I start searching around the room, and I'm like, you're not going to believe this, but the real reason I came here was to talk about superheroes. Now every kid wants to pay attention again after this bullying thing. And, you can't just have a conversation, because everybody's got their own favorite superhero. And it would degenerate into a mess if we just started talking about this superhero and that superhero. So I turn to the kids and say, you're not going to believe this. I brought a real live superhero with me. And the kids are like, what? And they expect like Spider-Man to come swinging in, or, Batman to charge in the door. And I start searching around the room. And we used to use Amos for this, and that's why the book of Bridge Named Amos is so important. Old Amos would come wandering in the room, and I would say, that's not my superhero. And at the same time now, Rick starts coming in behind Amos. And when we used Amos, the place went crazy, because you got a dog in school, and this is before the real introduction of a lot of therapy dogs and stuff like that. But then Rick comes out, and it's like crickets, like just slam the brakes on.
Yeah.
But that's what happens in today's presentation. I start searching around the room. Rick comes in, and the kids are like, what is that? And again, crickets. And you'll see it if you come. And then I introduced Rick as my superhero, and that he wants to talk to you about a couple of things. Number one, he wants to talk about being different. But number two, he wants to talk about what heroes give to everyone. And he just unfolds this beautiful little message. And he brings Amos back into the picture, that Amos was his hero because heroes do one thing: they help people, especially people that other people don't take the time to help.
Yeah.
You know, it's that great story of the Good Samaritan, right? You got to help those people that are unfortunate. So that's what you'll see, man, as you get the formal invite.
I'll be checking my mailbox for that. But, man, I got to tell you, dude, and I just said this a little while ago on the air while you were on your call. You guys have been one of the greatest gifts that I have received in the whole year. And what you've brought to my programming, what you've brought to the ears of my listeners has been so profound, and stuff that people are really sticking to, man. It's really amazing stuff. Not only what you're doing, but the fact that once a week you get to bring that goodness onto my microphones is massive for me. It's a really big deal. And I love all you guys to pieces, every single one of you, except for Leon.
Hey, JD, can I interrupt you? And I know I just blabbered I'm very self-aware of it. But I want to correct you, man, because it is not us that gave you and your listeners a gift. It is you that have given us a gift. And I don't say that to just flip the tables or to be snarky. I say it from the bottom of my heart because, you turn the news on, man, and, everybody's addicted to the juicy stuff. And somebody pantses someone or pranks them, and it gets millions of views. We've been at this 16 years, man, 2 million students, 2 million. And you're like, well, you got 20,000 followers. You've been in front of 2 million students. Yeah, you know why, man? Because it's not juicy. It's not juicy to go out there and help someone and to care for someone and to love someone and to be there when someone's struggling. It's like, yeah, but let's get to the good stuff. Let's get to the political rhetoric. Let's get to the divisiveness. Let's get to the, you against me and me against you. And, Rick said it perfectly, man, this year. I found myself not going down that rabbit hole or getting stuck in that trap, but I found myself like really trying to push this cell phone thing and taking it out of schools, and which I believe in. But I wanted to have the conversation and let teachers and Gen Xers know that they created this mess, and that, they're ripping phones out of kids' hands, but the same people that are ripping them out put them in their hands. And you should acknowledge that to these kids. Acknowledge it. You screwed up. Because how's a kid supposed to know that they what to do when they screw up if they've never seen you admit it?
Sure.
So and here's what Rick said to me this year. He said, Tom, this is why I freaking hate him sometimes, because he calls me out like this. And he said, Sweethearts and Heroes is not for 50% of the country. It's for 100% of people. Hope, action, empowering people to do good.
Yeah.
It's not for 50%, dude. It's for 100%. So stop it. And I thought I was doing good, man. I got sucked into the same vortex. And anyway, man, it's you that we need. And I'm going to come right back, and then I'll flip it to you. And but it's you that we need, man, because I tell news people all the time, you're the one that has to get this message out. But it's not a sexy, divisive message. It's a good message. And it's so sad, man, that that's where we are in America is, goodness just doesn't proliferate into the world at the rate that it should anyway. So anyway, it's your man. You're the one that is making this happen, dude.
Now, I want to hear what you have to say about this, okay? I have felt and I have heard from others over the last couple of weeks that there's and you could get spiritual, you could talk about the planets and all of this stuff, but maybe it's just stress of the holidays, but that there's a weight that people are feeling right now that is pretty significant, and that there's just a vibe, an energy that honestly, Tom, is not great. Of course, there's plenty of good stuff that's going on. There's a lot of warmth and a lot of love that is happening, and there's a lot of holiday nostalgic cheer and goodness that's happening. We got the horse-drawn wagon rides around town. We got the lights are up. The music is on. We've got Christmas for kids, the big coin drop that took place over the weekend that is on track of nearly $9,000 raised in a matter of a couple of hours to make sure that kids in our community are getting their wants and their needs. There's plenty of good stuff that's happening, but there's like this negative vibe of weight that people are carrying around, and you can't always see it until it comes out. And maybe it's fueled by a lot of the crap that's on social media. Maybe it's fueled by a lot of these keyboard warriors that are using their platform as a means to vent their own struggles, their own stresses. But man, it's like, not to be negative here, Tom, but what do you have to say about this, buddy? I mean,
well, I'm gonna tick you off, and I'm gonna tick off any listeners when I say this, but I've been saying it for 27 years. 27, and I can tell you why if you want to know 27. But oh man, I'm hesitating because I'm going to get some hate over this. Maybe looking out your window, maybe thinking about the coin drop, maybe that's the problem. Do you know that on December the 26th, those kids that are hungry are still hungry? And on the 27th and the 28th and the 29th and the 30th and January and February, I don't understand how we can, Thanksgiving hits and everybody goes into this charity Christmas mode. And are they doing it to help people, or are they doing it out of their own guilt and their own wanting to be virtuous? I don't know, man. But I've been watching Christmas for 27 years. And the reason I tell you that is I stopped celebrating Christmas 28 years ago. And I love talking about it. I celebrated Christmas my whole life. I didn't do it because I became a Jehovah's Witness or something like that. I did it because I had a moment where I didn't want my children. And when my daughter was less than a year old, I just said, like, that's the problem, man. We get sucked into this conformity, and it's an ancient set of circuits in the human brain, the conformity bias. You can look it up. Solomon Ash did work on this. 72% of people just conform. And we all go into this hyper donation, hyper world, and we make it look and feel like we're helping. And we are. And this is where people will kind of send kind of hate mail to me and say, oh, well, we raised this for these kids and did this for this homeless group. Well, dude, what about on the 26th, man, when you pack it up and you get into, New Year's mode, and now it's time to party?
Yeah.
Like in the middle of January, those kids are hungry. And I just come right back to this work that we're doing. Hopelessness does not take a day off, and neither do I. And my wife will tell you, man, 7 days a week for 16 years. And I don't say that to get a pat on the back, to seem ultra virtuous, but it just doesn't, man. Last week on Monday, I got called. I'm going to leave the school unnamed. And they say we lost a senior. And if you line 30 kids up, you wouldn't have picked that kid. He was a musician, he was an athlete, and he was struggling. And when I went to this school, JD, the first kid that came down to the library to talk to me was a kid. He's in 10th grade now. I met him 2 years ago, and I met him in ISS, in-school suspension. It's one of my favorite places to go because you find some of the neatest kids there, young people. And I sat with him, and that one little interaction, me fooling around with him, telling some stories of how I effed up in school and how I got sent to ISS and I got suspended, it bonded us. And he was the first kid that came down, and he used to play basketball with this young man a couple days before. And he said, man, he just wasn't acting like himself. He wasn't joking around. He wasn't fooling around. And he fell through the cracks, man. And now he's gone. And I got to sit with his parents after school, 7 days after losing him. And it's brutal, man. And you don't ever want to have to do that. Sit with parents after something like that's happened. And it doesn't take a day off, man. And so I'm going to get back to, answering your question, then land it here for you. But I don't know, man, maybe looking out your window is the problem. How come those lights aren't up? How come, even the good book says this, and I'm not getting theological, but it says your only responsibility, man, is to take care of the widows and the orphans. And what it meant was the hopeless, the people that have no out. And like, what are we doing every single day to build a community, to love your neighbor, the person you want to strangle half the time? I don't know, man. To me, that's the problem, JD, is we put this facade on. We wear this mask that everybody, I'm doing good. Well, all year, every second of the day, you're doing good.
Yeah.
That's hard to do, man, because you got to look at your own failings and your own inadequacies and your own challenges and your own wicked, evil heart, that we all have. So I don't know, man.
Interesting, very interesting stuff that you're unpacking here, buddy. Food for thought, stuff to think about for sure. Wow. Can you, are you in a position where you can set us up for tomorrow here on the air with Sweethearts and Heroes, or would you rather?
Dude, can I ever? Okay. Can I ever? Oh, man, Katie Ralston, doctor. And if you look at how I have her programmed in my phone, Dr. Captain Marvel. Write that puppy down because she's not hearing it. Dr. Captain Marvel. Now, I used to give names to principals and superintendents that just changed my world. And she's one of them. I got chills right now thinking about Dr. Marvel. She went and got her PhD a couple of years ago at Vanderbilt. I knew her when she was a teacher. She came to a seminar we did, and a decade later, she was a New York State Principal of the Year, but she's now a superintendent out in Western New York. And I've gone through the fire with Dr. Marvel, and that's what I call her, Dr. Marvel. But I'm going to tell you what, there's no one except my wife that busts my chops like Dr. Marvel. I wouldn't say this on some educational platform, but I can't say one word without her calling me out on the carpet.
Nice.
I'm not joking, man. You think I'm joking. I joke around and I have too much fun. And if I and don't get me wrong, she's not, this is a term from the 50s. She's not a square. She likes to have fun. But if I misstep on something I say, man, she destroys me. And I can't match her wit. That's Beautiful. The problem. Yeah, so she's incredible. Principal of the year. She wrestled with leaving her school at Cuba Rushford, way out in the southern tier, but she got a chance to become a superintendent. She's absolutely brilliant. She's taught me a lot about loss. I don't think this is too personal, but I don't want to say I was there for her, but she lost her mom and dad over the years to illness. And, she's just taught me a lot about losing loved ones. I don't think she even realizes how much she's taught me about that, and the resiliency and the strength and how to lean on other people. But most importantly, she's just taught me what it means to shepherd young people the right way, and with accountability, with structure, but also with fun and honesty. And you're going to get a real treat tomorrow with Dr. Captain Marvel.
Wow. Can't wait, man. I so look forward to connecting with her. Your whole team has been telling me about her for a week now. Like, get ready for her. So it's going to be great, man.
Don't be easy on her, though. Don't be easy on her.
I won't. Listen, we're getting a comment here that Berry City Elementary School and Berrytown School needs Sweethearts and Heroes.
Yeah. Just reach out. Just go to our website, send us a note. But the most important thing is, we know this because, we're in school every day. We just got to get connected to an administrator there. Or just come watch what we do. Monday, Tuesday, we'll be at all of those schools. We're at Moortown Elementary, which means they might bust another school in. We're at Moortown. Yep. And then on Tuesday, we are at Fayston. Is that what you say?
Yep. Fayston. Yep.
Yeah. And I think Waits River is going to come join them.
Okay.
So there's an 8 o'clock and a 9 o'clock, both days, K2 and 3-5. So most schools, if you call them and say, I'd love to come and watch the assembly, we always ask them to allow adults and parents to come, because you can't fix something unless you got the whole community involved, man.
Wow. Well, so true. If I wear my free Hugs shirt, can I get in for free?
Probably they'll have a police officer, a safety person there that will put handcuffs on you. Right. If they see you in a free Hug shirt, I would be like, creeper.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom. I think.
Hey, and anybody out there that is listening, if you have not followed the Aired Out podcast, there's a new mechanism I hear where we can delete your account. So if you're listening and you have not hit the follow button, you're not allowed to take this content without some kind of sacrifice. Now, do you know that when you make a commitment to something, JD, a commitment cannot be made without a sacrifice?
Yeah.
That should be tattooed on your heart. So even the ancients, right, you had to make a sacrifice if you committed. So if people listen to the indelible, I don't even know what that word means. I'm just trying to sound important. What does it mean?
Permanent.
Yeah, the permanent, goodness that JD brings to the world. And you have not followed the Aired Out podcast. And if you go to the Aired Out podcast and you go to, I think, those 3 little dots, the 3 little dots on your Facebook page, listen up, people. And it says invite friends on the right-hand side, all about photos, followers, reels, more, all the way to the right. It says invite friends. You should be on the Aired Out podcast, invite friends, and invite your whole book of people. I'm doing all 1,000 of 4939 right now. I just hit my invite to the Aired Out podcast to 1,000 people. Don't be selfish. Invite all your friends to the Aired Out podcast so you can see JD. I don't know if people want to see you, but
no,
hear the words of the great JD.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Love you. And I will see you very soon. You and Rick on the 15th for sure, but beyond that as well.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks, brother. Thanks, man. Have a great rest of your day.
Yeah. Hey, JD, knock, knock. Say it.
Who's there? And that's right there. The famous Tom Murphy out right there. When he says knock, knock, you say who's there. And then he hangs up on you. Wow. Don't forget, it's Tuesday. $5 Tuesdays are back at the Capitol Theater. Skip the line. Grab your tickets, fgbtheaters.com. You can follow them at FGB Theaters on Facebook and Instagram for updates, added showtime, special events. But $5 Tuesdays, Capitol Theater in Montpelier. Get there. All right? Thanks for liking and following the page. Thanks for sharing your morning and your time with me today. Don't forget to comment and share any episode that you enjoy. We're always live. We're always local. We're never edited. And we're seen and heard right here on Facebook and YouTube from Fly on the Wall Productions. Keeping it real. Keeping it raw. Keeping it relevant. And always keeping it relatable more than anything else. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. God bless.